Welcome to the Masonic Authors Guild International, where each week two historians review and critique books and other products focused on Freemasonry, as well as discuss broader issues in historical research. The Guild members are Robert Cooper, Curator Emeritus of the Grand Lodge of Scotland, who lives in Edinburgh, and Mark Tabbert, former Curator at the George Washington Masonic National Memorial, Alexandria, Virginia, who lives in Iowa. Both Guild members have published significant academic historical research and have contributed to Masonic journals and magazines. Together, they have over 65 years as Freemasons and are members of numerous Masonic research societies and lodges in Europe and North America. The Masonic Authors Guild International's mission, as well as these podcasts, is to promote the highest professional and academic standards in Masonic research, education, and publications. These podcasts begin the Guild's mission by reviewing those that do or do not uphold high academic standards and explain why they do or do not. We are proud to be supported by Amity, the only app where you can find a lodge around the world. Look for our podcasts in Amity Media section.
Why was the Masonic Authors Guild International, or MAGI, formed? Since 1982 and the publication of The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail, hundreds of books have been published about Freemasonry or which touch on Masonic subjects. That figure does not account for the books, video productions, and other media that also discuss subjects which, rightly or wrongly, have come to be associated with Freemasonry, such as the Knights Templar, Rosslyn Chapel, and the Illuminati. These sensationalist publications and productions are a modern phenomenon. For over 300 years, much has been written about Freemasonry, but it was mainly done so by Freemasons for Freemasons or their critics. Today, Freemasonry as an institution finds itself in a most curious position where non-Masons are writing about it, and the principal customers for most of these unreliable books are Freemasons. It is now apparent that because Freemasons and Freemasonry does not defend or promote itself in the publishing world or on the internet, writers are free to produce anything they wish about the craft. In other words, Freemasons' research about their fraternity are distorted in publications, videos, and websites that are produced by non-Masons, anti-Masons, and assorted lunatics. And Masonic organizations often give these products equal standing with academic quality Masonic publications, videos, and websites. It's for these reasons and others we created a professional guild for those who research, write, edit, and publish materials related to Freemasonry. Membership is by invitation only and offered only to those who meet or exceed the Guild's standards. These standards are nearly exactly as used by academic historians, associations, and journals, such as the Organization of American Historians or the Journal of Scottish History. These podcasts will define MAGI standards by stating the professional criteria by which each book or other Masonic-related media is judged. At the end of each episode, based on MAGI standards, we will provide a positive seal of approval or negative recommendation on the item reviewed.
Who are MAGI? I'm Mark Tabbert. I was born and raised and reside in Iowa. I earned a master's degree in American history in 1996, and for over 30 years I worked in American history museums in Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Lexington, Massachusetts. Between 2006 and 2023, I was the director of the Library and Museum Collections at the George Washington Masonic National Memorial Association in Alexandria, Virginia. I am the author of 6 books, including American Freemasons, 3 Centuries of Building Communities, and the 2-volume Almanac of American Freemasonry, 1730 to 1799. My most recent book, A Deserving Brother, George Washington and Freemasonry, was published by the University of Virginia Press in 2022. To complete this book, I was a 2018 Research Fellow at George Washington's Mount Vernon. I was raised a Master Mason in Malta Lodge 318, Burlington, Iowa, in 1998, and I am a past master of 2 lodges, Mystic Valley Lodge, Arlington, Massachusetts, and the Lodge of the Nine Muses, number 1776, Washington, D.C. I am a Blue Friar, a fellow of both the Masonic Society and the Philalethes Society, as well as a past president of the Masonic Library and Museum Association.
I am Robert L.D. Bob Cooper, B.A. I was born, raised, and reside in Edinburgh and is Curator Emeritus of the Library and Museum of the Grand Lodge of Scotland in Edinburgh. I hold degrees in public administration, Greek history, and sociology. I was initiated in the Lodge of Light number 1656 in 1985 and have authored or edited 14 books, including The Roslin Hoax and The Red Triangle, A History of Anti-Masonry. I am a past master of 3 lodges: Edinburgh Castle number 1764, Sir Robert Morey number 1641, which is a lodge of research, and Quatar Coronati Lodge number 2076 in London, England, which is the premier lodge of research. Between 1994 and 2021, I served as curator of the Grand Lodge of Scotland Museum and Library, where I cared for many unique and rare documents relating to Freemasonry in general and Scottish Freemasonry in particular.
Each week, the Masonic Authors Guild International's podcast will review one Masonic-related publication or address issues relating to Masonic history. Like the format of this episode, each will be approximately 12 to 15 minutes, beginning with a 1-minute introduction, a 5 to 6 minute overview of the book or topic by the lead reviewer, with 5 to 6 minutes of additional comments by the secondary reviewer. These will be followed by 2 3 to 4 minute responses with further information and comments. A final 1 to 2 minute conclusion will sum up and provide a final assessment of the book or topic. We MAGI will alternate selecting the publication or topic for each episode. In time, we hope to invite other worthy Masonic authors to appear in these podcasts and potentially join MAGI.
Over time, episode by episode, each book or other item that we MAGI review will result in an ever clearer understanding of what Freemasonry is and also its factual history. As the Guild is not beholden to any agenda other than the highest academic and scientific standards, Freemasonry and the public may come to understand the differences between fact and fiction, truth and error, and these publications that are wholesome and build up knowledge, and those which are harmful and attack truth.
Thank you for listening to this, our premiere podcast. Please look for future episodes as we dive deep into every sort of Masonic publication, from Anderson's 1723 Constitutions of the Freemasons to Joseph Fort Newton's 1914 The Builders, Stephen Bullock's 1996 Revolutionary Brotherhood, and Dan Brown's 2009 Lost Symbol. Will these books and many, many others earn the Masonic Authors Guild International's highly coveted seal of approval? Stay tuned. It's bound to be an international good time.
Goodbye from us, MAGI. Good luck and Godspeed. This podcast is for educational purposes and perhaps entertainment. While the Masonic Authors Guild International provides the most accurate information possible, listeners use the information at their own risk. This podcast and its contents are MAGI's property, as are all the opinions and information it presents. Brother Robert L.D. Cooper and Brother Mark A. Tabbert's and any other speakers' views and opinions within the podcast do not represent nor speak for Freemasonry or any Masonic organization, their former or current employers in any way, shape, or form. MAGI, Cooper, or Tabbert will not compensate you in any way whatsoever if you ever happen to suffer an inconvenience due to the information herein contained.